Muy buenas a todos, ¿qué tal? Aquí seguimos otro día más en Gabriel Knight. He de decir que llevo un par de días sin jugarlo, así que voy a ver si recuerdo exactamente por dónde íbamos. Sé que le robamos la placa a Mosley, fuimos a ver a Amalia a su casa, nos echaron de allí y se nos quedó una investigación por ahí de serpientes o algo por el estilo. Pero no recuerdo muy bien, así que voy a ver si seguimos con ello y avanzamos un poco más en nuestra historia. Vamos a hablar con Grace.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
A ver si tiene algo nuevo que decirnos. Mira, solicitan investigación.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I need you to look up a Madame Casino.
Madame Casino? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Malia Getty was?
Grace, Casino's at least 70.
Este le da todo,
As
¿eh?
if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
Bueno, pues listo.
I can't think of anything.
Vamos a ver si nos cuenta algo más.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? Never heard of it. Must be a local custom. New Orleanians love to party.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Caux means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Muy bien, muy útil.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I'd rather not hear about your sex life, Knight.
Pues nada.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
That's right.
Well, you've just heard everything I know about her.
Vale. Pues nada. Pues no sé qué más podemos hacer. Sé que Gabriel tiene aquí un cuaderno diario. Ah, estuvimos en el cementerio también. Estuvimos hablando allí con el conserje. Y no había mucho más. Marie Sancor, Marie Laveau, Dr. John. Pues... ¿Esto cómo se cierra? Ah, supongo que la X. Aquí es... Efectivamente. Pues no sé a dónde ir. A ver si se quiere tumbar un rato. Hombre, parece que sí.
It's no use.
No.
I can't sleep.
Pues a ver dónde vamos. Estaba todo cerrado, o sea que...
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Pues nada. Esto estaba cerrado. Está en mi librería. Aquí ya estuvimos. Aquí también. Por aquí. En el lago no quedaba nada. Y la mansión que nos han echado y no creo que podamos volver a entrar. Vamos al...
The sign says the overlook's closed for repairs until June 21st.
Se me olvidaba que era otra cosa más que estaba cerrada. Vamos a la plaza. Vamos a deambular un poco. Hombre, vendedor de salchicha. Tiene un puesto muy bonito.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yep, I mind all right.
Why?
Because A, I don't know anything, and B, I'm busy.
Oh.
Bueno, pues vamos a ver si yo tenía por aquí un certificado de regalo. Vamos a verlo.
The $20 gift certificate for St. George's looks pitifully new and unused.
Bueno, pues lo voy a coger y como podemos ver este caballero está aquí leyendo. Pues se lo voy a dar.
The vendor wouldn't be interested in
Y
seeing
no lo
that.
quiere, efectivamente. Eso era. Era para que vierais lo que no hay que darle. Pues nada. Vamos aquí a ver aquí al bailarín.
Do you do requests?
Got any money?
Nope.
Something to eat?
No.
There you have it. No.
You dance pretty well for a kid.
Give me some money then.
I don't have any.
Then don't block the view, mister.
Can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay then.
Vamos a volver a hablar con este, a ver.
Could I get a doobie dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
An unambitious person in the 90s. Amazing.
Voy a probar a darle otra vez.
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20
Ah,
at
ahora
St.
sí lo
George's
quiere.
Books. Finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you. If you'll give me a doobie dog.
A doobie dog for a $20 gift certificate? Sure, here you go.
Pues nada, ya tenemos comida. Pero me la voy a quedar para mí. Y voy a ver a este pintor que ha aparecido por aquí.
Oh, hey! Oh, come back here. Hey!
Vaya,
Oh, unbelievable.
mala
Rotten
suerte.
luck.
Vamos a ayudar a este buen hombre. Voy a hablar con él. Bueno, no voy a hablar con él porque no me deja hablar con él. Muy bien. Da igual. Vamos a ayudarle aquí con su boceto.
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
Bueno, nosotros no podemos alcanzarlo. Pero el chavalín este sí. Así que vamos a darle de comer y que nos ayude.
You wouldn't like a doobie dog by any chance.
Would I? Thanks,
Ahí, de un
mister.
bocado.
You got any special requests? Let me know.
La tengo. No te preocupes. Vamos a hablar con él.
You mentioned something about special requests.
Yeah, you got one?
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good.
Sala,
There's something in there I can't quite reach.
coge el dibujo, anda.
Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go.
Thanks, kid.
Yup. See ya.
Pues ahora que somos muy buenas personas, vamos a coger el dibujo este.
It's a technical drawing of St. Louis Cathedral.
Bueno, pues se lo vamos a devolver a su dueño.
Stupid wind. Now I have to start all over.
No te enfades, hombre. Toma.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, hey?
Sí, sí, me vas a ayudar, no te preocupes.
Those drawing tools are amazing.
Yeah, they're great for laying lines, angles, circles, you know, anything geometric. It's pretty meticulous, but I prefer it to freehand.
Can you draw anything with those tools?
They're great for ordered, complex forms and patterns, but they won't help me do Monet.
Nice drawing of the cathedral.
Hey, thanks.
It's really precise.
Well, I'm an architectural student, actually. It's good practice.
Do you mind if I watch you?
Be my guest.
Bueno, como nos debe un favor, vamos a decirle que nos lo cobramos. Tenemos aquí copias de archivos vudú. Y aquí suelto un dibujo del lago. No, copias de archivos. Vamos a decirle que a ver si puede hacer algo con esto.
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
The pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. Okie dokie. Well, I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these, I'll see what I can do.
Tranquilo, ahora te lo doy. Y este también.
I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
Se levanta, se sienta, se levanta. Pues nada, creo que hemos terminado por aquí. Ya nos va a reconstruir el dibujo. Pues nos vamos.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Nada. Vámonos a casa. Que es tarde, hay que dormir. No está la cosa como para andar por ahí de noche con tanto vudú. Otra vez esas pesadillas. La verdad que tener toda la noche la misma pesadilla debe ser un poco coñazo. Día 3. Llamado a las arcas del conocimiento, acudí allí a conspirar, pero en la ciudad de los muertos encontré lo que deseaba en verdad. Creo que el juego son 10 días, 11 días o algo así. Así que todavía queda bastante.
I'm so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them. I also checked out Casino. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Right. Thanks.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too embarrassing? Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
All the stars out tonight.
La voz
Gabriel, you
original
don't
es la
seriously
caña.
think she's interested. She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal.
Poeta samurai.
When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be careful.
Meow, Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right, you should be jealous of Malia Getty. As should every woman on this planet.
I just... never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
Vaya golfo está hecho Gabriel. Bueno, pues vamos a leer el periódico. Como todas las mañanas. A ver qué se cuenta.
Times dated June 20th, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change your course before it's too
A
late.
ver.
Lighten up.
Ni un solo día viene bien el horóscopo. Todos los días son malos. New Orleans Times, domingo 20 de junio del 93. El barrio francés con un toque español. El barrio francés, el vecindario más antiguo y famoso de Nueva Orleans, es conocido por su estrepitoso espíritu de fiesta durante el Mardi Gras. Pero el barrio es mucho más que una semana de cuentas y alcohol. Fundado en 1718 por Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne de Bienville, fue el centro original de la ciudad. A pesar de su nombre, que vaya nombre, mucha de la arquitectura está influenciada por España, después de que muchas de las estructuras más influenciadas por Francia se destruyeran en el gran incendio de Nueva Orleans de 1788. Tenemos toques españoles en todos sitios. Eventos culturales para hoy. Mediodía, no se pierda hoy la conferencia pública en la Universidad Tulane acerca de religiones africanas, impartida por el profesor Hartridge de la Universidad Tulane. Y horóscopo, un ojo malvado se ha posado sobre ti. Cambia tu curso antes de que sea demasiado tarde. Oh, qué maravilla de horóscopo, yo no salía ni de casa. Y ahora pues me voy a tomar otro café, que siempre está bien. Café siempre bien. Y ahora pues hablaremos con Grace a ver qué mensajes tiene.
Good coffee.
Pues nada, vamos a hablar con Grace.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Mensajes.
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they are interrogating a suspect this morning, and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Do you have messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
Bueno, pues nada más. Vamos a ver qué nos ha dado antes esto. Página del directorio. Y aquí tenemos a Kazanus B nada A S. ¿Cómo viajar? Agencia de viajes. Cáncer B. Cáncer S. Canoa, cantel, cantor, camisa. Censo. Bueno. Pues ya que estamos aquí. No, bancón no. Vete al dormitorio. Y tenemos por aquí nuestro teléfono. ¿Dónde estaba el teléfono? Aquí. Pues vamos a usarlo y a llamar. A ver si averiguamos dónde vive la señora esta. Madame Kazanus. Ah, bueno, calla, que no tengo aquí el teléfono. Mm -mm. 555-0127. Vamos allá. 5, 0, 1, 2, 7. ¿Y no llamas?
Hello.
Is this the Casino residence?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
Bueno, ese no tiene pinta de que sea. Pues vamos a ver el 555-0122. Sí, ¿no? 0122. 555 0 1 2 2.
Hi, Casanau residence.
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Casino was inside it.
Dixieland drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Pues este tampoco es. Como siempre será el último. Vamos a ver a Kazanus. 555-0128. 5, 5, 5, 0, 1, 2, 8. A ver si es esta.
Hello?
Hello, I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Castro, be quiet. Who is this?
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Bueno, ahora sí recordamos, ella entró en la tienda con un perro. Y ahora sabemos su nombre. Por lo que vamos a... Bueno, antes voy a llamar al último Kazanus por curiosidad. Que siempre me hace gracia. Pero aquí tenemos clínica veterinaria de criaturas. Tenemos el nombre de la señora y el nombre del perro. Pero voy a llamar al último, 555-0123. 5, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. Y así por descartamos.
Hi, you've won a customer raffle at the Dixieland drugstore.
No soliciting, please.
Bueno, creo que ese no era la señora. Pues nada, vamos a llamar al veterinario. 555-0170. 5, 5, 5, 0, 1, 7, 0.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Madame
Do you
Kazanus.
have a Madame Casino as a client?
Madam Casino? Sure, I know her. She's not here right now, though.
Really? She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have her address by any chance?
Yes, but I'm not sure I should give it out. Who are you again?
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
Hala, ya tenemos su dirección. Pues hemos terminado aquí. Deja de llamar, que ya verás luego la factura. Pues nos vamos, que tenemos un montón de sitios al que ir. Hoy vamos a estar ocupados.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Ni caso nos hace. Pasa de nosotros. Pues nada, tenemos aquí la residencia de Cazanos. Residencia de Monbean, que
A sign on the front door of Magenta's
regresa el
home
22 de junio.
reads, Attuning with the spirit realm, back on June 22nd.
Bueno, pues nada. Nuestra librería, aquí de momento nada, aquí de momento nada. Pues vamos a la plaza, a ver si nuestro amigo ha terminado el dibujo. Hombre, algo nuevo. ¿Qué es esto?
The booth is a colorful melange. It announces the owner as Madame Lorelei and gives prices for palm readings, $20, crystal ball gazing, $15, and birth charts, $50.
Cartas astrológicas,
Madame
50
Lorelei
euros.
lounges at the booth, fondling her snake. Madame
tocarla.
Lorelei seems less approachable when she's behind that booth.
Vamos a hablar con ella.
Madame Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
Joder, qué tío, ¿eh? Cómo liga.
How's business?
How's business? I have no time for such dull conversation, darling.
How about a reading?
The prices are listed on the sign.
They seem a little steep.
Un poco alto, sí.
Well, I sometimes do my intimate friends for nothing, but
Mis
I
amigos
am
íntimos.
a businesswoman.
I'm sure you are. That's a nice snake you have there.
Oh, I could say the same of you.
Bueno, ¿qué? Se está calentando esto.
Well, I know where I got mine. Where'd you get yours?
That's personal.
I'd really like to know more about that snake.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but I don't discuss Elvis with anyone.
Elvis.
Oh, nothing.
Well, then move aside, sweetie, but stay where I can look at you, okay?
A ver si tengo algo para darle. Voy a ver si le puedo enseñar la escama. No, no me deja enseñarle nada.
Madame Lorelei seems less approachable when she's behind that booth.
No podemos hacer que se mueva.
Madame Lorelei, is it?
What can I do for you, handsome?
Pues nada.
Oh, nothing.
Well, then move aside, sweetie, but stay where I can look at you, okay?
¿Qué hace?
Come on, boys, hoopla!
The booth is a colorful melange. Madame Lorelei lounges at...
¿Qué hace?
Come on, boys, hoopla!
Not a bad idea.
Bueno, se va a animar.
Baby, I love the way you move.
Qué poeta.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hips.
Yep, she wants me.
No se lo tiene creído.
Thanks, boys.
Bueno, pues parece que se le ha caído el velo.
It's a silken veil.
No sabemos si se le ha caído, lo ha dejado caer. Pero nosotros como buenas personas se lo recogemos. Y ya que estamos, pues vamos a mirarlo.
Gabriel examines the veil with the magnifying glass. The fortune teller's veil is studded with sequins. The sequins look a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale.
Bueno, si usamos la lupa con el velo, vemos aquí una escama.
There's a snake scale caught on the veil.
Pues así, si la cogemos, podemos comparar si esta escama de su serpiente es la misma que la que había en la escena del crimen. Así que...
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers
No
to
la
remove
hallamos.
the snake scale from the veil.
Y así pues podemos descartar si ella tiene algo que ver o no.
The iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem
Pues
to
no.
match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
No es la misma. O sea que ella no tiene nada que ver. Pues nada, voy a devolverle su velo.
I think this veil belongs to you.
Oh, my veil! I'm always losing those things.
Ya, ya.
You have no
Lo has
idea.
dejado caer.
Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Qué
Well,
pelota.
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong.
Suerte a
Perhaps
ambos.
they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Strong, yes, and yet so delicate and flexible.
Bueno, bueno.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madame Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
Vaya ligón.
She is a dangerous one, dark and beautiful. Oh, I see the road of your life forking, and very soon.
The blood drains from Madame Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her upper lip.
Are you okay?
There are forces. Oh, God, beware! Beware!
Y ha visto algo que no le ha gustado mucho.
What is it about me lately?
Buena pregunta. Vaya futuro tienes, amigo. Pues ha salido corriendo. Algo ha visto ahí que no es muy bueno. Pero bueno, vamos a hablar con nuestro amigo a ver si tiene ya nuestro dibujo.
How's it going today?
What? Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow. This is great.
Uh-huh, yeah, just don't, like, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Ah, forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and, good luck.
Vaya futuro tenemos, entre dibujos que dan mala espina, nosotros que hacemos correr a la gente.
The reconstructed Veve was done for Gabriel by a technical artist.
Muy bonito el dibujo. No sabemos qué significa, pero muy bonito. Pues nada, hemos terminado en el parque. No hay nada más por aquí. Nadie nuevo ni nada. Bueno, vamos. Y a ver dónde podemos ir. Podemos ir o a Madame Kazanux o a la estación de policía. Vamos a la estación de policía y así vamos al interrogatorio. Mira, percusionistas raras. Se están poniendo en todos los sitios. Como es algún policía, ya verás qué gracia te va a hacer. Seguro que les encanta que estés ahí. No paso sin permiso y sin nada. Estoy en mi casa ya.
You! Give me back my badge! Now, Knight!
Sure. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
¿Veis? La tomé prestada.
Yeah? You borrow it again, and you're history. Now, about today. Glad you made it. It'll give you a feel for how I am in action. You know, handling suspects, that sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating. Who is this guy, anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before, mostly helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. He's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning at Jackson Square pushing coke. He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
A ver la hora.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. Have you been present at the so-called voodoo rituals?
I don't know nothing. Alright, I told you.
Come on now. You can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go.
Uy, uy, este
Relax.
sabe algo.
No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were in plain clothes.
Plain clothed? Like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. You tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you into the witness protection program. But you gotta earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Oh, don't make me laugh. Oh, Jesus, just let me out of here.
Oh, come on. Who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
Oh, by now they know I'm here. It's different when I'm supposed to come here. Oh, if I can send a message. Yeah. Tell him I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Just take him back to detaining, would you, Tony?
Este sabe algo, pero...
I'll tell you,
Pero
times
bien.
like this, I'd kill for truth serum and damn the civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn, we can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. You know, for the book, I mean. Hey, maybe you could punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction. That's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
Bueno, pues... voy a ver si le puedo enseñar algo de lo que tenemos.
Are you sure that's wise? Mosley would surely wonder where Gabriel got that
Efectivamente no
and
estuve.
what he intends to do with it.
Así que no se lo voy a enseñar. Le enseñamos... la escama.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Pues no se la enseñamos. Pues voy a hablar con él directamente.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Que educado se levanta, se sienta.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Is she that red-headed chick that works at Freddy's?
Sí,
No.
Then I don't know her.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Ah, I'm too sentimental to say anything else about it.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? You mean like those Halloween masks they sometimes use in robberies?
I don't think so. More like real animals.
Never ran across anything like that.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't know much except what I already told you.
Vamos, que no sabes nada.
Does the phrase caprice encore mean anything to you?
Hell no! Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough. What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
Sure as hell ain't going well. There sure are a lot of brakes being applied in different areas of the investigation. We're getting some real info on the victims now, and they're not exactly upstanding citizens. I was hoping to get more out of Crash, but he's scared shitless. We'll have to let him go tomorrow morning.
Pues nada.
What's the status on the voodoo murders case?
You're as filled in as me.
Pues nada, hemos terminado. Vámonos. Pues nada, vamos
I'll be seeing you.
Have a good one.
a la residencia de Madame Cazalus. Averiguamos por aquí. A ver qué hay por aquí. Mi moto. Edificio.
Gabriel stands at the door of an old quarter residence. The neighborhood is a little shabby, but this particular building is freshly painted.
Recién pintado, pues no se han esmerado mucho por aquí, ¿eh? Que hay un desconchón, una grieta, no sé qué. No lo han pintado muy
Tall
bien.
windows flank the front of the mansion.
A ver si quiere hablar con nosotros.
Yes? Who is it?
¿Qué le decimos? Si le decimos vudú me cierra seguro. Y prestamista también. Vamos a venderle revistas.
I have some fine magazine subscriptions for sale.
I'm sorry, I am not interested.
¿No está interesado en las revistas? Le voy a vender otra cosa.
Yes? Who is it?
Bueno, voy a decir el artículo.
Hi, I'm doing an article on voodoo, and I heard that you are...
I'm a good Catholic young man. Take your evil influence elsewhere.
But I just have a few questions.
I can feel the evil eye. Go away.
Pues nada, ¿y cómo hacía yo para hablar con ella? Ya no tengo placa. Ah, ya me acuerdo. Vámonos. Ya me acuerdo.
A sign on the front.
Hasta el 22. Como no sé qué día es, pues... Ah, sí, sí, viene en el... Qué cabeza. La universidad. Madre francés. Bueno, pues mira, vamos a ver. Ya que estamos.
It looks like the lecture is just starting.
Uy, qué bien.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name voodoo is actually a banner heading, under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of these subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits, instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems have. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all these spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices. Animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. This is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit, and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezuli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death, Awe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called Houndfors. Their priests, Houngan or Bokors, their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a Voodoo Houndfor, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a Poto Meton. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems, or animal masks and markings, was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves included the ritual gourd, or asan, the ritual knife, or kubasa.
That knife gives me the chills.
The ritual whip, or fouetcache, and the ritual coffin, or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. The Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She goes out of her house at night, sees many things, and tries to get butterflies, and at night again she sees other things,
Está quedando tostado,
fireflies.
Ahí está, se ha quedado.
Firelight. Gabriel?
What? Can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
Can't. It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel, hide.
No! Let me out! Help!
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Cada sueño mejor que el anterior. Pues nada, aquí estamos. Nada interesante por aquí, vamos a hablar con él.
Are you a student?
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you've already interrupted and slept through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Pues tenemos un montón de cosas para preguntarle. Pues vamos a empezar.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
You already sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. Perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
Hala, zasca.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I've read about them in the papers. I must admit to some interest. But according to the newspapers, the voodoo aspect is faked, so I haven't really pursued it. You know how Americans, especially Hollywood, treat voodoo. I'm sure there are many so-called practitioners out there that have no idea what they're doing or the power they're playing with.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I find it interesting to see the occasional fragment of voodoo practices in the everyday culture of New Orleans.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
The Catholic Church has always dominated in New Orleans, and its imagery, in turn, has dominated New Orleans voodoo.
What else can you tell me about New Orleans?
If there's more you wish to know, perhaps you should read my books.
Muy bien.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It's June 23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. But June 23rd has been a sacred day since the earliest times. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel. Huh.
Vamos a dejar esto para el final.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting, from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo religions.
Do you know anything about veves?
If you'd taken notes during my lecture, you wouldn't have to ask.
Vale.
Tell me about Damballa.
Damballa is one of the major Rada Loa, also known as Damballa Wado. He is an ancient Dahomean rain god, often represented as a large boa constrictor. Damballa is the most powerful and most violent of the Rada Loa. The Rada Loa are typically benevolent, as opposed, say, to the Patro Loa. He is still worshipped heavily in Haiti, and when voodoo first started in New Orleans, the early conclaves were reportedly based on the worship of the great zombie, the great serpent, Damballa.
Tell me more about Damballa.
I have extensive courses in the Loa running next semester. Perhaps you should take one of those, Mr. Knight.
Sí, ahí me voy a apuntar.
Tell me about Ogun Badagry.
Ogun Badagry is one of the Patro Loa. The Patro Loa are much more violent than the Rada Loa. Some people believe the Patro Loa originated in Haiti, but I have found some evidence that the Patro Loa were African as well, though worshipped only by a small voodoo tribe, and a very bloody one.
Tell me more about Ogun Badagry.
He is a chief nasty, Mr. Knight. He is the spirit of war and destruction.
Bueno, pues vamos a preguntarle lo interesante.
Do you know what Capri Sancour means?
Capri Sancour? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
What was that translation for Capri Sancour again?
It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
Bueno, sacrificio humano.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
It's very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible, if that's what the gods demand. For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Ezuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Ezuli is the gentlest of Loire, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Houngan tremble before possession by one of the more violent Loire, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that Loire will simply take it for themselves.
Tell me more about human sacrifice.
I wouldn't dwell on it. Most voodoo sects probably haven't seen a human sacrifice for several generations.
Pues hemos terminado con él. Pero antes, ya que es tan experto, voy a ver si le puedo enseñar algo de lo que tenemos.
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
This is a serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph, except for the corpse, of course. But the wound, the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia... It reminds me of certain black voodoo practices. Very rare. I've never witnessed them myself, you understand.
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
Bueno, pues a ver si tiene más información. A ver si le enseñamos el código vudú.
Can you tell me anything about this?
No. I've never seen those symbols. Therefore, they're probably meaningless.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm never wrong, Mr. Knight. Therefore, sure is not in my vocabulary.
Uy, no va de sobrado. Bueno, pues vamos a enseñarle por último el bebé reconstruido.
Can you tell me anything about this?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
Be my guest.
Great. I'll be right back.
Parece que esto le ha interesado.
Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself.
Have you heard of the voodoo murders?
No. You're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this veve is authentic?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information.
Muy bien.
You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm undercover. You can contact me at St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this, if you don't mind.
Pues hemos terminado aquí.
I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Así que ahora vamos a donde yo quería ir. Que es a la catedral. Y vamos al confesionario. Vamos a confesarnos un poco.
The panel behind the mesh window moves from the other side.
May I help you, my child?
Could you give me a blessing?
Do you feel the need for a blessing?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, if it will comfort you.
The priest blesses Gabriel through the confessional window.
Peace be with you, son.
Thank you, Father.
Is there anything else?
I'd like to make a confession.
All right, if it'll make you feel better.
Bueno.
I've had impure thoughts about a woman I met.
Impure thoughts? You mean thoughts of sexual relations?
You could say that, but worse than what you mean.
Worse? You mean extreme sexual relations?
Extremas.
Well, not involving animals or anything.
Oh, well. Perhaps we should just leave it at that. Pray for forgiveness and say 10 rosaries. Is there anything else?
Mujeriego.
I've had a lot of women, Father.
A lot? More than 10?
Yes, Father.
More than 20?
Yes, Father.
More than 40?
Yes, Father.
Son, I don't think this is a matter for a priest. I think you need a good therapist.
If we're counting therapists, then I'm up to at least, let's see, count the one, and, this might take a while.
My son, I'm afraid my lunch break is coming on about now. Pray for forgiveness and say 20 rosaries. On second thought, when you finish the math, say that many rosaries.
Gabriel hears him leave the confessional.
I should probably add one more rosary for that while I'm at it. I've been a bad boy.
Se ha asustado y todo. Bueno, pues ahora a ver si podemos
I've always
abrirlo.
wondered how the other half lives.
The priest's side of the confessional is made of well-oiled wood. There's also a box under the shelf on this side. There's a box under the shelf of the priest's confessional. Inside the box, Gabriel finds a priest's collar and some oil used for blessing.
Bueno, pues nos lo vamos a llevar.
You never know when a priest's collar will come in handy.
That oil is for holy purposes, not the sort of thing Gabriel would want to use it for.
Pues nada, oye, aquí se queda. Y ahora sí que nos vamos. Y nos vamos. Y voy a dejarlo aquí. Así que bueno, gente, yo creo que ha sido un capítulo bastante interesante. Hemos aprendido mucha historia del vudú en esa conferencia. Por fin vamos a entrar en la residencia de Madame Cazanus. Hemos visto a esa vidente que nos ha ido a la mano y se ha ido corriendo. Hemos completado el dibujo ese del bebé entero. Se lo hemos dado al tío de la universidad para que lo investigue. Así que creo que va siendo un buen momento para salvarlo. Vamos a hacer un guardado. Si le da la gana. Guardar. Así que bueno, gente, lo dicho. Veremos en el próximo capítulo si acabamos con este día 3 que hemos comenzado. Y a ver qué pasa con ese libro, esos asesinatos del vudú y con todo lo demás. Espero que os haya gustado y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Saludos a todos, chao.